Welcome to Land a House. I'm Seth. My sister is watching the kids today, and so I am getting some work done, primarily videos for you to watch. I'm actually really sore today. I played volleyball for the first time in about 8 years, and we played 3 hours straight, so I am hobbling around. So the first project I have for today is to break down this pallet. My wood-burning stove was delivered on this little pallet. Now, it's not really a pallet. It's just got some OSB, maybe $1,000 worth of OSB tied to this thing and some not treated 2x4s. To get this into the house, I used some caster wheels, and I want to pull those off. And I don't know if it's worth saving any of this, but I may just cut it in half so it doesn't look like a pallet and then throw it away. But anyway, so I've got my impact driver out here to get these caster wheels off. It's hard to believe that it took me a month to get this wood stove installed, but it was heavy, 317 pounds. If a couple swings from a hammer will take these pieces of OSB off, then I'll save those 2x4s. If not, I may just sneak this into the trash place. Yeah, I don't know. It's just breaking that up, isn't it? We'll see if I can get those nails out. Okay, I decided that $5 worth of 2x4s wasn't worth all that work. So now that it's not a pallet, I can throw this away and just get rid of it. I just finished listening to an audiobook called It's Good to Be a Man. It was written in 2021, or I should say published in 2021. And so it's very relevant to the 2022 that we live in. And there's a lot in that book, but one of the things that it mentions is the importance for a man to be masculine. And one of the masculine tasks that we have been given is to subdue the earth. And for me, I don't really like outdoor work as far as like gardening and cleanup of the land. But there is a spot that I have. It's underneath the power lines over here that I cleared off years ago for our power to be put in, and it just doesn't look very good. So I think I'm going to take this saw over there and kind of get some of those stumps shaved down a little bit closer to the ground. Maybe at some point it'll be good enough over there that I can mow the grass and just make it look better. So if you have not read that book, pick it up or get the audio book. It's called It's Good to Be a Man. It's very harsh. The language is very much geared to get you thinking and to, I guess, convince you to go out and be a man. So anyway, it also speaks against a lot of things that are happening in the past 5 to 10 years in America. So anyway, let's go over here and cut some stuff down. When I first bought this property 9 years ago, this little section of land right here was so grown up that, I mean, the weeds were about my height, and there were little saplings growing in here, and I took a weed eater and just cleared it off. It looked pretty bad for a while, and now you can see it's a nice, clean, grassy area. And so I kind of want to continue this out a bit, and even though it's pretty hilly and may not be very good for actually mowing, especially down in there, I can't do anything with that. But I think what I want to do is basically take from about right here and just work my way around. I'm going to take out some of those stumps that are just looking pretty awful and just clean it up a bit. So I don't know if you can see it from on the camera or not, but I've got my telephone pole over there. Just kind of angle towards that and just clear this out up here. So some things I won't be able to mow around, like this tree has got, you know, this decent sized hill right here, and then there's a dip in here. But I may be able to mow in there pretty good someday. Anyway, so in my attempt at subduing the land, being outside, enjoying the day, I'm going to start clearing this off, even if it takes me a couple of months to do it. When the power company told me how much money I could save by clearing all these trees off myself, I just brought my saw out here and just cleared them. So that's what a lot of this mess is all about. Some of this may just kick over, like this one right here. And I'll probably just stick it off over in this hole, for now at least. Yeah. If all trees were that easy to uproot, we'd all be in trouble, I guess. There we go, there's one down. Can't tell you how much I've enjoyed this electric chainsaw from Works. Such a nice little saw. So that right there, I mean, maybe it looks a little better, I don't know. I'm just going to continue to do that to the rest of these stumps. This might be pushing it for my little saw here.
2 hours later.
Aha! There we go. So the book that I just mentioned has a lot of topics in it. Several of them YouTube does not allow you to utter, such as women that want to do everything themselves and don't need a man. The specific term for that is a trigger word on YouTube these days, which is pretty sad. Uh-oh. Will that go all the way to the creek? No. So that's discussed in this book. But masculinity has always been around, of course, since the beginning. And it basically will always be around because it's natural for men to have a leadership position in life. And when culture tries to change that, it will always end up failing. And what I mean by that is, let's say the men in America become so sissified, some other group of men will come in and take over. So it's always going to be a thing where the men are in a leadership position. It just depends on what men. And so anyway, the book is 14 chapters long. You can listen to it in 4 hours. It's not too bad, but I highly recommend it. I'm going to listen to it again because it was that good. I think most of this little field is going to clear off really quick and be able to be mown this spring. I was actually able to clean up this little area faster than anticipated. So I've kind of walked through here and looked for rocks, and I've got everything basically to that next stump over there. And I think it may be warm enough for the lawnmower to start. So let's go up here to the shop and see if it will start up. It's actually time for it to be cranked up anyway. It hasn't been started in several months. So let's go up there, and if it will start, I think I've got a path that can get the mower into this area. We'll put it on the highest setting and just kind of mulch down some of this stuff in preparation for the spring. I have plans on making a battery tender or a trickle charge. I just haven't done it yet, so hopefully the four-wheeler and lawnmower will crank up. The four-wheeler battery is actually pretty new, so it should. All right, the mower's got a half tank of gas. We'll see how well this thing cranks up. It was 21 degrees last night, so it may not want to, but we'll give it a try. Let's do a full choke, and let's see here what we get. Where are Jude and Emma? They are somewhere up on the hill over here on the secret trail. I can hear them over there.
No.
Whoa, yeah, you found a stick, huh? Well, I'm pleased with the results. I kept the mower on the highest setting and was able to make a pass through pretty much the full width here. I found one good sized rock right there, but that was pretty much it for rocks.
Dad, that's a big rock.
Yes, it is a big rock. So is this accomplishment very much in the grand scheme of things? Not really. But am I pleased with it? Yes. Yes, I am. Anyway, so I may continue to clear off this way a little bit more, or I may not. Hey. So anyway, there we go. That'll make a nice grassy area sometime this spring. All right, you guys are good to go.
Look how big this is. Giant whale.
I know, they're way bigger than you are, huh?
How does the driver get up there?
He must climb up there.
Dad, let's get on the wheels. Dad, let's climb up the wheels.
Yeah, they're just really big. Arrow, go stand next to that big wheel.
No, it's not easy. Dad, you need to get up there. That's one over. Dad, one over me.
You can fit under it. Let me see. Whoa, you can fit under that, huh?
So big.
Not too far from our house, there is a monster truck, and the kids had never seen it, so we drove up here to check it out.
Dad, so I think we try to get the ladder and like climb up there.
How do they get up there? Well, some monster trucks you climb up from underneath, but this is a regular truck with big tires. So I think they just would have a step right here, like a ladder, and you just climb up in there. I've shaved since the last time you saw me. It's been about 6 years since I've tried this. I'm not a big fan. So for the past couple of days, I have been testing out this Ocatel 2000 watt power station, and it has been really impressive. But I want to see if this can be charged from my 6,000 watt inverter that's outside from solar. So my batteries are currently full. Let's go in here and flip on this inverter that's outside. We want power saver off. Okay, so that thing is now pulling from the battery. We can go in here and see. So this thing will supercharge at 1100 watts, and the inverter I have outside can pump out 6,000 watts. So just want to see what we got here. So man, that sun's bright today. All right, the DC to AC converter is already built into this unit, which is super nice. So right now we're at 73%, no watts. Okay, yep, supercharge just kicked on. So this thing should jump up to 1100 watts. It's getting close there. You may jump past it for just a second, but yep, there we go, 1100 watts. So this thing is being charged completely off of my solar and will be done in 32 minutes. Let me check my app here to see if it'll show the watts coming in from the panels. Yeah, nice. So if it'll focus on this. Focus. Well, anyway, 1400 watts coming in from the panels. The batteries are at 49.6. So I'll have to watch this because if it drops below, what do I have it at? 46, I think? No, 48. Then I want to make sure I keep that battery safe. The sun is just now going behind the trees, and I'm getting about 700 watts here. And it's a good thing because I just watched this click over to 100% charged. I like it. Very cool. All right, so that thing was charged back up in 30 minutes or less, and it ran my refrigerator for 4.5 hours from 30%. The kids are at their mom's house tonight. Hopefully they're having a lot of fun. I think I'm going to go hit the gym. Thanks for watching this little vlog update. I think we will start doing these again more often. There's not a lot of content that happens in them, but hopefully you enjoy just getting to see the life of a single dad and his 2 kids. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.